Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? What's up, Ginger, Shawnee, Mo, Yash, SPG, Shankar, Gurvinder, Vladdy? What's going on? No, this is the real LB, not the fake imposter. I'm gonna get right into it. I didn't have lunch today, guys, so I'm gonna be a little quicker than usual. I'll take chart requests tomorrow. I think I did enough charts in the group during the day. So, SPY looks like a breakout, does it not? So yesterday I was telling you that yellow line right there. Let's draw it again, just for fun. Hold on. Can't delete the channel. The channel is legendary. Okay, so the yellow line was what I told you yesterday was resistance on SPY 441. We were just kind of range bound within these within 441 to 437 ish. We were just completely range bound, no real direction. Today we broke out and we closed above 441, which is the main thing. At the end of the day, big ramp up, big volume. Biden said America is great again. I don't know when it was great or what the hell he's talking about, but America's great again, I guess. And we closed above the resistance. That's all that matters. So tomorrow I expect more bullish activity, especially because we closed above. Other than that, everything looks fine. QQQ's hit an all-time high today, as you guys seen the title on the YouTube. All-time high today was 369.90. Everything looks great on QQQ as well. Tech looks like one of the strongest sectors right now. We had that little cup-based breakout right here. So this was resistance before at 368 level. Today we went above 369.76, closed at all-time highs. Beautiful, beautiful setup, whatever. Everything looks great. Big tech was flying at the end of the day, as you see, and that's why QQQ got this big jump as well as SPY. So this is a bullish breakout, nothing bearish. I know, like, in the back of your heads you guys are thinking, oh, we might crash, we might do this, we might do that. Price action is saying we go up higher. So follow price action, don't have a bias, and just keep trading. But don't overtrade. So XLF also breaks through that huge range we were in. We've been in this range since June 18th, 37 to 35-ish. Give or take a couple decimal points. Today we closed above 37 for the first time in almost 2 months. We closed above it. So we closed today at 37.10, closed above resistance. Everything looks great on XLF. This big rip on XLF, big rip on QQQ tells me if they continue, SPY will be at all-time highs tomorrow as well. SPY's all-time high is 441.80. Today we hit 441.85 actually. So we did hit an all-time high on SPY today as well. Interesting. But we closed below it. But no worries, everything looks bullish in those indexes. IWM, absolute screamer. Look at the wedge that I gave you guys yesterday. It's very, very clear to see what IWM did today. I mean, I gave this to you guys 24 hours ago, so look at this. Very clear rejection, very clear support, very clear resistance, 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 very clear support. Look at this huge lower wick of buying off that support. Another one, ugly, ugly candle yesterday, complete reversal off the lower end, and we stopped exactly at the top wedge. So draw these lines on your charts. A breakout above with volume, you can jump in calls. A breakout below with volume, you can jump in puts. Really no direction here yet, but today's candle tells me that it is more bulls than bears. What's going on, Mo? What's going on, Gurvish? Guggen, forgot to say hi to you guys. Danish is here. Danish. Harman. LB. God damn it, there's another LB imposter. Hamza, Gurvish, Sab. What's going on, boys? Alright, let's go into NVAX. Wow, that's an ugly candle. Okay, so I'm guessing NVAX missed earnings. All the way down to 208 right now. The chart was set up perfectly. Weekly breakout. This is why I don't like playing earnings. You guys know this already. 228 was my level for a weekly breakout. We closed above it today. Everything looked perfect. But again, earnings are a coin flip. And look at this. Down 30 points after hours. See where it opens up tomorrow. My calls are free. I don't care at all. Anyone that came in late, I didn't even eat lunch today, so I'm gonna just keep this short, not take any requests. I'll be back tomorrow. I sent enough charts during the day for you guys. mRNA, I really like how it held up today, especially after a huge run. And I thought they were gonna get a bigger dump after earnings. Look how well they held up, man. They ran all the way from 245 all the way to 444. So Moderna almost had a 200-point move since July 21st, which is like 2 weeks almost. A little more than 2 weeks, it had a 200-point move. You'd think earnings, no matter what they reported, I thought there was going to be a dip. But I didn't expect it to be like just this. Look at this. Rip off the open, dip, held the lows for the day, and then just sideways all day. It does need consolidation. I mean, the moving averages have to catch up. The 8-day moving average right now on Moderna is all the way down at 375. We're trading at 416. So that's a long drop. So this might go sideways for a few days. It might come down a little bit for a few days, but I want these moving averages to catch up. If you scroll out in time, look how far away the 21-day was here. Pull back. See how far the 21-day was here? Pull back. Every time it gets too extended, it pulls back. And that's the same with most stocks. Look at this big run here. Pull back, right? So every time it gets too extended for the moving averages, wait for some consolidation, wait for them to catch up, and it should be good to go again. I hope it dumps down more. I want to buy some shares of this in my retirement account, but not at these prices. So Zoom gave us that big rip in the morning, made a ton of money on those 390s, sold them for 300%, jumped in 420s for next week. They're still green. But if it gets through this 404 level, why am I saying 404? I went over this yesterday. Very, very clear level at 404. So there's a big volume shelf here at 385 that we're well above. 404 is the next resistance. Through 404, we can go all the way to 440 straight. So that's a 36-point move possible on Moderna. Very, very fast because Zoom moves very fast. So a close over 404 sends this one insane mode. And right now, look at this V-shaped recovery straight back to the 404. So this time, let's see if we can break it and go. We still have tomorrow and another week on those calls, so I'm not worried about them at all. And 420 should be very, very doable if we do close above 404. Amazon, the weakest of big tech today, as you guys know. 3388 is the only number that matters on Amazon. 3388. We need to close above it. So if you look back, 2 days ago, we had that fake breakout. It went up, went through 3388 and went to 3390. As soon as it went above for like 2 seconds, it came right back down. Today as well, went over 3388 by 83 cents, pulled back right away. So tomorrow, if we need to break 3388 and hold above it for me to load Amazon again. Other than that, I mean, it looks weak, man. Facebook ripped at the end of the day. Apple ripped, I believe. Apple had a nice little pop at the end of the day. That's nothing significant for me, though. Google, what did Google do? Google, nice rip at the end of the day. So Facebook, Google ripped. Apple, Amazon, little laggards. Let's see what tomorrow brings. We might have some big lotto plays on Amazon if we get over 3388. Neo had a good start to the day. End of the day, kind of dumped because Biden doesn't know how to talk. He was supposed to mention EV stuff. He didn't. I don't even think he did anything. Didn't pump a goddamn thing. Trump could have pumped that better with a blind, with his mouth covered. Neo, again, chart looks fantastic. Nothing to be scared of here. Breakout, retest, and now we're just holding today. You could call it a bullish engulfing, but a real bullish engulfing for me is when the body is bigger than the last day's candle, not the wicks. So a lot of lower wick, upper wick signals that it doesn't know where to go at this point. I'm still more bullish than bearish. Not worried about this one at all. Obviously, this $46 volume shelf is really hard for it to get above. Stopped exactly there on August the 2nd and sold off there today. So Neo, just keep an eye on it. Next level up is 47. But it looks healthy. SE, just a huge rip today. Right off the morning, we broke through and we closed above this inverse head and shoulders pattern, okay? So the weekly looks set up to absolutely rip. We got earnings in August. And this one could go crazy. I mean, it closed above 300 for the first time ever. All-time highs today. Everything looks great. One of my favorite companies. Fast growing. Everything good. Ford, we got three little pumps from Biden, right? After that, came right back down flat again. So let's see if Ford gets a pump. I'm sure Option Sniper has made 10 baggers on Ford before. I'm pretty sure I've made 1,400% on Ford before in a day. So if this thing gets going, it can really go. If you zoom out, the chart looks fantastic. The weekly, this is what I'm seeing. I sent this in the chart today, or the chat today. It's the same kind of setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks of consolidation and then 3 weeks straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9th week in consolidation. If it can break this range, it might make the same type of move. And this time it went from 11.75 all the way to 16.45. So a $5 move on forward. Let's see if we can get that again. UPST, great pump, Motley Fool pick, whatever. Big rip, all day ran, end of day dump. And if you zoom out the weekly chart that I've been watching for 2 weeks now, because everyone was talking about UPST, but we've already been in it. It looks like it's gonna get ready to go. So tomorrow, big day. We could have a humongous day on UPST tomorrow. Let's see what happens. As of now, still looks bullish. Beam along with all other genomics companies. I called this Beam equity out a long time ago. Still holding a ton. It's probably one of probably third heaviest position in my retirement account after SC and Palantir. But this one looks fantastic to me. Like clear support at 82.50. This is where I called it out, 82.50, and we're already up, I think, 30 points on the equity. So not bad for a couple of weeks of holding equity, 30 points. If you look at the other genomics names, they all move together. NTLA, big rip today. Edit, big rip. Wait, NTLA might have had earnings.
Popped after hours.
How much?
12%.
Oh, jeez. So I don't know if NTLA might have earnings after hours. I'm not sure. I don't own any, so I don't really care. Let's see. Edit, big pop today. Look at this. 18.3% day on Edit. 55 level is big on Edit. We need to get through 55 and close above it. Other than that, CRISPR, option snipers in this one looks fantastic. 7% day. And he's telling me space popped after hours. Beautiful wedge setup on space. But again, these patterns mean nothing going into earnings. Look at this rip. Jesus. So space is up 11%, 12% after hours. See where it opens tomorrow. I don't see what they could have said on their earnings to make them pop 12%. Like, oh, we're losing $3 billion last quarter. But yeah. Coinbase looked fantastic today. Bitcoin was running. I hate monster spreads. So the one I chose was Coin. The only 3 stocks I will trade from crypto is Coin, Mara, and Riot. So Coin, Mara, and Riot are the only ones because I don't like monster spreads. I know Ricky likes it because yeah, MSTR. I don't know why I keep calling it monster. MSTR. The spread between the bid and the ask is way too wide for me. But if you play spreads, it could work. That's why Ricky likes it, I think. Coinbase looks fantastic. Huge run with Bitcoin today. We jumped in calls for next week. If we get a gap up tomorrow, those calls could be a double in a day. So I will probably take them off if I get a double tomorrow. But other than that, even the intraday chart just looks like a flag to me. Everything's set up on the daily. What we're looking for is that yellow line there. There's big resistance between 255 and 250. 255 to 247 is a big resistance area on Coin. As you see here, it stops every time. 247 is stopped here. 255 is stopped here. 255, 255, whatever. You see the big resistance today. Big green candle into the close. And we closed at 255.50. So we could get follow through on this one very easily. Told you guys we need to close above 255. We closed above 255. So let's see what happens next. If we get over 258 in Coinbase, we could go all the way to 303, which is why I took 300 calls for next week. Bitcoin keeps running. This will be at 300 by the end of next week. No doubt in my mind. So TWLO we have. It was such a good setup, man. Just like, I don't know if I want to take longer out. The calls are just really expensive on TWLO. That's why I'm going like DGen plays on this one. But for right now, dumped after earnings. 3-day, all the sellers are gone. Yesterday, there was a bunch of buyers up 1%. Today, a bunch of buyers up another 0.69%. I think it was more than that. But look at the 50-day moving average. Very solid support. Right here, we have solid support. So the risk to reward on TWLO here is that we are very close to support. So if we break the support, then cut it. But there's so much upside. We can go all the way to 405. So let's see if we get a ripper tomorrow, get paid on the rest of those calls. And thank you guys for attending. I'll do some more charts tomorrow. See you in the morning.